for my leadership roles, that's always the balance, right? Because people can push back. I remember working at a plant where they insisted on process and they were going to put all the operators through some sort of qualification stuff to get lean, and it really ended up backfiring. But it is a challenge. And what have you found in your experience that really makes that work, getting people engaged works best? I'll give you an example. One of our, I guess, on the last podcast mentioned the idea of telling people, well, what we're really trying to do is make your job easier. Well, that's good to a certain extent, but you still have to get, as you mentioned, the business results. What works best for you in terms of engagement?
Well, ultimately, it really boils down to the leaders who are leading those teams. It's really, I think what's important is you need to understand what bugs them every day, right? You've got lots of things that are stopping them from doing their job well. There's some things that you'd probably say are, if they were to flag them to you, they might seem like something minor, and they might be something minor that makes virtually no difference to the overall business. But if you can start to give some of those small wins to those teams, you're going to get more back from them when some of the bigger stuff comes along. So it's listening, right? Listen to the teams, understand what's important to them, work out what we can give them fairly early. If there's some early wins and some low hanging fruit, so to speak, that allows them to start seeing that there's actually something in this for them. There's times where people come and ask for something and it's not going to, the business case doesn't stand up, and we're not going to spend a lot of money to not make a lot of money. But there's lots of opportunity just to get some small wins for their local area that just allows them to see that it's making a bit of a difference. And that means that they're on your side when the next initiative comes along.
Yeah, exactly. You want to have as little resistance as possible. I think you're going to always have some resistance, but that's just natural. But you don't want people to immediately resist when you suggest a new idea, and those small wins, you've kind of banked that, right? So that helps.
Yeah, and I would say keep it away from the senior leadership team. So, I mean, the one of the things that we've put a lot of energy into is basically small improvements every day. We call them aims. All improvements matter, but it's the ability for anybody anywhere in the business to put forwards an improvement idea, and they get to see that through to completion. Many times that's not something that you need a senior leader's approval for. It can be managed at a supervisor level. We do monitor how many are going through, and we do some cool stuff around aim of the month, where we get to sort of competition and everyone votes for it. But what I don't want to do is create something that comes. I don't want to see every one of those. I want the local teams to be deciding what's important and what's going to get the resource, what's going to get the engineering support. So that's something else that works really well. And let go of it, right? Trust those teams in the local areas as to what they want to work on as a team, and they'll vote for it themselves.